Hey, good morning. We're back and we are going to do a half section view this time. So look in Angel or Schoology perhaps next year and look for the half section view drawing assignment. Okay, so I assume you found it if you got this video though. There is a file, an inventor file that we're going to use. It's different than the full section view drawing. And so right here, if you left click, it's going to show up in your downloads folder. I'm going to right click on it and say, oh, must have moved, right click. And I'm going to say save link as, and it remembers from my last one. I'm going to put it in the inventor training file folder. It's called widget 7.2b. You may add to that and call it the half section view underscore. I like to put my last name first initial. Now, if you did not do the full section view yet, you need to go back and do that one. Okay, that assignment is going to have more detail. It's going to be a longer video, yes, but I'm going to go through some things here quicker, and so if you had not done that one, you're going to be a little lost. Plus, there's not a PDF that's going to walk you through it, a text file, because I think this one's really fast and easy once you've done the full section. So it's just a very small modification here. Okay, so half section view, save that. Now you've got it, you're going to go to Inventor. You are going to open a new drawing file. So we're going to open our Edgewood drawing title block. All right, and we're going to place our base view. We've got to look for that part, so I'm going to navigate to it. I'm going to go to, under my username, my documents, and my inventor files, and the inventor training files, and 7.2b, half section view. It's this part. Very loosely, it's some kind of brass fitting piece. It looks like some kind of brass piece. It's not a musical instrument mouthpiece, but it kind of makes me think of that quickly. Okay, so I'm going to say open. And yeah, you can say okay and yes. All right, now, again, you can choose the orientation you want to bring in. You can kind of look and you get a preview over here of what's going to come in. We do want the front view. All right, so, and we're only going to bring in a front view right now. So I'm going to bring in a front view. Click. I can always move it later if that's not where I want it. And I'm going to leave that off, the isometric, because I'm going to do a different isometric here in a minute. So right click and say okay. All right, so there we've got our view, and this is the view that we're going to slice and create a half section view. Now from the orthographic projection, that's actually going to be like, think of me looking from the side here, okay, later, looking from the side. A full section view, if I sliced it all the way in half this way, kind of a full slice, then as I look over here, I'd see the section both here and here. But as I look over here from the side, I don't want to see this section, both the top and the bottom. I'd like it to only show like half. Okay, so that's why it's a half section, but from this angle, it's going to look like we cut a quarter of the pie out. So we're going to choose section, okay? And then Inventor wants me to select a view or sketch. And so it's going to be this one. The first click is just selecting this sketch. Now begins defining the endpoints of my section view. And so I want to be in line with the center. I'm going to come down. Notice my dotted line is kind of showing me I'm vertically aligned. I'm going to click once here. I'm going to come up. I'm going to click once in the middle. That's a left click. And I'm going to pull horizontally out. I'm going to left click again. And so I've just made kind of an L shape, and I'm cutting out a wedge. Because now when I look from the right, I won't have a section view up here, but I will down here. So for my view, half will be non-sectioned and half will. Okay, so I'm done defining this. I still have this little line here, so I need to right click and say continue. And now I get to do my projections. And I'm going to move this one right here to the right. I can change the scale if I want. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I can change the view identifier. We can have that label turned on and or off, okay, just like in the last video. I'm going to leave all that as it is. I'm going to left click, and then I can move things around a little bit. So I can move the label here a little bit. I can kind of reorientate this. Okay. I'm going to bring this over a little bit. Give myself a little more room. Try to squeeze that down a little bit. Okay. Now, here's a little kind of detail. So I would like a projection, an isometric projection of the section view. So I can right click on this, okay, this view when I get that dashed line, and I can choose a projected view, and I can project it. Okay, so I actually like that one, the kind of the perspective I get when I was down and left of it, but then I can move it wherever I want. So I like that view. The problem is I'd really like it to be shaded. In this one, in order to get that shaded, like I can go to right click and say edit view, and the shading feature's off. That's because it's kind of like a projection of a projection, right? This section view came from this front view, and then I projected that view. And so these two are always going to have the same shading feature. So if this one's shaded, that one will be, and vice versa. I can't get one of these to be shaded while the other's not. They're either both are or both aren't. But I really want one to be and one not to be. Okay, so we can cheat. I'm going to delete that. Delete that view, yes. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two of the exact same section views. And you think that's going to really mess up your paper, but follow me. I'm going to have two of these. So repeat all the same steps. Section view, choose the view, front view, okay, and then now create my slice. So I'm going to go from here to the middle, back out, okay, right click, continue, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it out here to the right a little bit further, left click once, okay, and basically I created another section line B. All right, we're going to project this one. So I'm going to right click on that red dashed line and I'm going to project a view. And remember, I liked the view that was kind of down and left. I like that perspective best. Okay, so I'm going to left click there once to create that view, right click and say create. And I'm going to move that one kind of up here into the top right corner. And now if I want that shaded again, it came from this one, so I need to shade this one, section B. So I'm going to edit the view of section B, and I'm going to turn on shading, and you'll see that they both turn on. All right, but we don't want both of these, right? Well, here you go. Go right back in, right click on that red dashed line, and look in all these options, look for suppress. So this, we can suppress the section without suppressing the projection, and suppress just, it doesn't delete it, it just kind of hides it. Okay, it leaves it behind the scenes. So we're going to suppress that. And so this one's really based on the second section. And then since we suppressed it, the section line went away as well. So that was the trick if you're wondering, how did he get that? Okay, so that's it. You just created a half section view. Notice as we look at this, we can see that it's been cut away here as we were looking to the right. This area is where we've cut and removed, and we can see the detail, that profile. But this is not. We just see those kind of discs, those cylinders from the outside look like rectangles. Okay? So just to clean this up, a couple things. Let's dimension it. Annotate. Go to the Annotate tab, and let's dimension all of these diameters. So I'm going to go start from the little one, go out. There are, no, I don't know what happened. Grab that one, there's 5. Okay, and then I'm going to choose baseline dimension, and I'm going to use baseline dimension across to grab these. So a reminder of how to use this tool. You start on one end, that's going to be your baseline, and now I'm just going to click in sequence from left to right or right to left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then I right click and say continue. Then I can see them. Then I can left click when I've got them where I want them. And then they still are not fully set. Baseline's still on. I kind of have a different icon, so you're going to right click and say create those. And then they're really created. A couple other dimensions to add though would be this feature, this kind of the width of this feature right here. Okay, and then also this, when this gets revolved, you can see this was a revolved part. So all these circles, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? They were right here, 1, 2, kind of that 2, which is the same as this one right here. Okay, so that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. So this one was hidden, although that's the same as that one. Those are aligned. But this one's hidden, and that one wasn't showing. So we really would want to know like the diameter of that. But in this view, we're going to have to show a radius. And so I'm just going to use the dimension tool and dimension that as well. Okay. So that's it. Let's add some text. I'm going to annotate text, and let's change our color to blue, a decent Edgewood blue there. I'm going to change the size to 0.24, just double it in size, and I'm going to call this a half section view. I'm going to put my name in here, Mr. Orlando, and you can date it. So today is 2/22/2016. And if when you hit those forward slashes, you get like a little dialog box about a fraction. You can check little things so that doesn't keep popping up. I've done that, but you may get that same dialog box. Okay, so half section view, and just say OK. And now, just like the full section view, I'm going to save this file. It's a drawing file. Right click, turn off the text tool. So I'm going to go to save, and let's go to me, my documents, and my inventor files, and it's a training file. And this one, I'm just going to keep the name, okay, the same name as the part. So I'm going to save it, but this is now a drawing file. So I have a part file, I have a drawing file, and lastly, I'm going to do a save as, and I'm going to make a copy of this, and the copy is going to be, again, the same name, but I'm going to make it a PDF. So you choose the save as file type. It might already be there if you just did the full section view, but this is how you change what type of file you want to save it as. We want a PDF with the same name, and hit save. Okay. And again, my computer kind of automatically launches Adobe and shows me that. But if you go into your folders, let's see, I'm going to go to Documents, my Inventor files, my Training files. You should have 3 for that was 7.2B, Activity B of 7.2. So you should have 3 files. You should have the part file, the drawing file, and a PDF. Okay, so after these 2, now you've got 6 of them in here for Unit 7. Okay, right? So you have the part, the drawing, and the PDF. And the PDF, this is the one you're going to submit. I don't want any of the inventor files. They take way too long to open and close if you've got to open like 150 of them. Okay, all right, you're done. Thank you.